Hey everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of the DarkMatch. As usual, I'm No Leaf Clover.
I'm Christopher Says, and I have a voice.
I'm Magpie, and I'm out of the darkness and into the light.
And I'm Ironbite Dash, and this is What's Jeff Hardy Tweeting Now? As this day comes to an end, nobody can change the world unless it's your own.
Insightful?
That's either really deep or really pretentious.
You would decide, but the answer is yes, it's pretentious.
Yeah, it's frickin' pretentious. Hi, everybody! Oh, God. Impact.
Yeah, I just want to say before this episode starts that yesterday I was in several hours in a blackout. If you might have heard about it on the news, I was in a blackout for several hours, and I would like to think that it was God trying to protect me from the awfulness of this show. I just wanted to point that out. So, the man upstairs, thank you.
Well, too bad the internet still exists.
Yeah, well, I had to do my job, but at least God tried to protect me so my Thursday wasn't miserable.
Oh, God.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah, lucky you. You know, before
I had to miss the Saints-Packers game for this shit. It was a really good game.
I know.
Yeah, especially at the end.
Before we really get into this, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I watched the entire show.
So did I.
I remember nothing of it. There was nothing and this is their go-home show.
Well, it's like, none of it was memorable, but I remember it. If you tell me about the segment, I'll say, oh yeah, I remember that. That was average.
Yeah, it's a standard pattern of go-home shows for TNA because they've had more like misses than hits with their go-home shows, and this was one of those. Yeah, didn't do anything to promote it or had anything interesting and unique about it.
No. They established 4 matches for the No Surrender card, and
4 this Sunday.
Regardless, this is terrible. So let's dive right into it with talking because wrestling matters.
Yeah, pretty much Ken Anderson just like going off on his spiel about how he was on top of the world with the championship and immortal. Now it's like he's on the outside looking in because of one person, Bully Ray.
You know, and not even before that. And not even before.
Sorry.
Go right ahead.
I was just going to say that as bad a heel as Mr. Anderson is, he is so much worse as a face.
Yeah, and just the thing I want to point out, he was like, I'm a man of few words. I'm like, really? Because I can remember a bunch of DarkMatch episodes where I had to dissect your shitty promos, and there were a lot of them.
I actually thought that, like, he was a pretty decent performer until he turned face last year. Like, he was as good he was as good, if not lacking in quality a heel as he was when he was Mr. Kennedy, when he debuted in TNA, but...
So what you're saying is he was interesting in WWE and TNA stomped any interest that he had out of him. I mean, that's a rare pattern. I mean, that's a rare pattern.
Yeah.
It almost never happens.
It's a eureka moment.
Yeah, I know.
But,
a guy who had a shot of being an interesting heavyweight champion, he could have said, like, they passed the boat on him in WWE, and with TNA, this could have been like, okay, he could have been the interesting champion, but, stopped all interest in him, and that was the only chance he had.
He was the 2-month transitional champion.
Which was funny, because during that transition, he had to badmouth the other company as being awful for passing him up, but yet, he mattered so much here, and he felt like he belonged and made it, and his dream came true, and suddenly, bam, 2 months later, you're not important, Hardy got the belt again. Oh, your second reign? Sting beat you again.
And guys, as has been pointed out by our fellow collaborator, The Arrow, Mr. Anderson has had 3 turns in the past 5 months.
It's only 3?
Only 3, but still 3 turns in 5 months.
What about that time? What about the time when his evil twin showed up and he had the mustache and he turned evil then? Oh wait, that was Star Trek.
Yes, thank you.
I wish I was watching Star Trek.
And so
I know, man. I'm really starting to get into the next generation.
By the way, Star Trek, 45 years old.
Woo!
Yeah. That's a pretty hefty, long franchise.
But 45 years of keeping nerds getting laid.
As Anderson thanks Bully Ray, and oh boy, did he thank Bully Ray. he says that Kurt Angle might be a part of Immortal now and or aligned with Immortal or whatever. But you know what? You've been so worked up with frickin' Sting that you forgot one thing. I still have my rematch clause.
They have those there?
Apparently, and
it's how many frickin' times are the? This is Anderson's gimmick now. Rematch. That's his gimmick. He wins the title, he loses the title in a month, 2 weeks to a month, and then he bitches about it until he gets a rematch.
Yeah,
Mr. Rematch.
Actually, quite a few people do that in this Fed. Like, I'd say RVD transferred that mindset onto him.
By the way, RVD is also owed a rematch for the championship.
Don't give him any ideas.
Yeah, like they listen to this thing, but
I'm pretty sure they do.
The thing that kills me is, and then Anderson's like, well, I'm cashing in my rematch tonight. Why?
Because Stone Cold said so.
Because
so.
TNA has a history of title changes on TV, on free TV. So
yes, we all know that.
He banked on that idea.
And Anderson basically says, you know what? But I know that Immortals goofballs are gonna, interfere because that's how they roll. But I won't be here. I won't be in this ring alone. And out comes as Mike Tenay has put it, the Insane Icon.
And I have to say, with watching the Insane Icon, every time I see him in his new merchandise, it makes me think, why hasn't Christopher Nolan just filed a lawsuit against these guys?
Oh, God.
Because he doesn't care. He's not even aware that this company exists.
And that's how cool Christopher Nolan is.
I doubt very much he watches wrestling unless he did it in a pretentious way to research for Tom Hardy's part.
The amazing thing is, apparently Sting has network power again.
Yeah, he's wielding the power of the network.
This show is entirely built on coincidences now. It's not built on anything except, oh, by the way, I have network power. Oh, by the way, I have a rematch. Oh, by the way, I suck balls.
Oh, by the way, something happens later on that pisses Ironbite off. Oh, wait, it's called what Sting says next. Apparently, Sting is going to be now a fungus. And he's going to keep gnawing away at Hulk Hogan until he takes away every ounce of power he has. Stinger, if you're really have the ear of the network, why don't you go to them and say, hey, Hulk Hogan is bad for this company. Put me in charge. Okay.
He was trying to say that last year, remember? He warned everyone, but they didn't listen.
Number one, so up after commercial break, we have a number one contenders match for the TNA Tag Team titles at No Surrender. British Invasion versus the Pope, D'Angelo, Denario, and Devon. He can't compete in the Bound for Series, but he can compete for a number one contenders match.
It's funny how they just decided to get everyone injured.
This match was satisfactory.
British Invasion loses. I'm just gonna say this right here because,
Hold up, there are things to point out. I mean, British Invasion looked good and like a competent tag team.
They definitely did.
Like, they actually had them as procedures and, we need to do this with tag team psychology, so I'm going to do a quick couple moves and I'm going to tag him in while he's still fresh and get combinations down. Heaven forbid we want to see an interesting tag team go up against, not a non-interesting tag team, but I want to see a better team get the title shot.
I would have liked it. I mean, it was they telegraphed this. They had British Invasion come out to the jobber entrance. It's a taped fucking show. You can edit that shit.
But, they don't edit anything on this show.
Obviously not.
That's like 90% of the things we made fun of on the show is stuff they don't edit out.
Well, they don't edit it. They just try to reshoot it 7 times.
Right. Williams and Magnus. By the way, this is actually my very first time watching these two worked pretty damn well. But what killed this match for me was what was on commentary.
Oh, God, that's yes, that was fucking insulting to have to listen to.
It's impossible.
Let me explain something to, I grew up in San Diego. I make no secret about that. I have found whitewash undercover cops talking in fake Spanish better than Aguilar. And it was almost as insulting, whatever the fuck his name is, like Homicide Part 2, this time more bland, whatever.
Chavo Bagwell.
Chavo Bagwell, thank you. Chavo Bagwell, goddamn, granted, the cops that I was speaking to that faked the accent, their accent was insulting, but it was at least better than fucking Aguilera. It's pathetic. Aguilar, Enrique Iglesias, where the fuck, I don't care about him.
What was worse is Taz trying to go, Mike Tenay knows Spanish. No!
Stop feeling him.
Mike Tenay doesn't know anything.
Yeah, back to the match. Like, if I could make one offhand comment about Doug Williams, it's that guy throws one of the flimsiest European uppercuts I've ever seen.
Yeah, he kind of does.
He's Doug Williams. He's from Europe. Why shouldn't he?
He knows how to fight. I would actually
Claudia or Nigel McGuinness, like when they're European uppercuts. I mean, so if somebody does like a half-hearted one, let it go.
I would actually like to see Doug Williams take on Sheamus and them just have a series of European uppercuts. That would be boss. So after the Pope and Devon, who are best buddies now.
Yeah, no friction.
No, oh, you tried to get at my wife and tried to corrupt my kids. Nope, you're my best friend. I'm going to win the tag team championship.
Well, see, not even that. It's just like we're working as a unit, which is like, surprising
we're working
to see
as
that.
a well unit.
I'll show them a well unit.
You know someone's going to get swerved, right?
I hope so.
Probably going to be Pope. Pope's going to turn heel.
I mean, if you win with the Spine Buster, I don't have faith in your team as, like, getting the championships and having a long, successful reign.
No, see, the worst part about it is that Devon used a thrust Spine Buster, a.k.a. Otunga's finish, or Cosmo.
Oh.
Who? Yeah, I don't need to answer that.
So, we go to the back where Angle is talking to Jason Harvey about how, well, I'll believe it if Jeff is actually coming back. But tonight, I'm going to take out both Sting and Anderson. And then, out of nowhere, Eddie Alvarez shows up.
Who? I mean, I'm not into fighting, so, like, I'm not into those real fights, so I don't...
Bellator lightweight champion. Are they
that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, shit, because somebody told me that there was MMA star, sorry. There was an MMA star on Impact. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? No self-respecting athlete would show up on that show.
It's Eddie Alvarez.
Contractually obligated to be.
Yeah. So after Alvarez and Angle talk and then they walk away, we go to commercial, we come back, and the final four for the BFG series is in the ring to cut promos on one another.
Bully Ray takes center stage.
Yeah.
Wait, Beer Money's in the ring and they're letting Bully Ray talk? Oh, god damn it.
Yeah.
This is going to be a long promo, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, they kind of get the last word, so that's at least a good thing. But basically, Bully Ray goes down the line and he talks about basically like you guys are not Bully Ray and you sure as you guys are not no Gunner and you sure as hell aren't Bully Ray.
Of course, they're interesting and athletes and exciting to watch. So, and Gunner and Bully Ray are none of those things.
And because Bully Ray is a tag team god, which this is me as an ECW Mark talking, but I think he's entitled to say that.
He is, even though shitty company, but he still has like them. Yeah.
But
I guess-ish.
He says he's qualified to say that Beer Money will go down in history as one of the greatest tag teams, not just in TNA, but all over the world.
No.
Damn, that's respect.
No.
Unfortunately,
that's respect.
No.
Unfortunately, then Ray just keeps going on and on.
Well, for one, that's not true. I mean, I love Beer Money as much as anybody, but no one outside of anyone that watches TNA knows who the fuck they are. So.
Yeah, they're giving the proper platform to show themselves off as a tag team, because I'm hoping that if they get cut, they go to New Japan or something and reinvent their career, because they really are one of the best tag teams around.
I wouldn't
Perhaps maybe even the WWE.
Sure.
Actually,
I seem to remember there being a dirt sheet of, I forgot whether it was Triple H or someone else who said they really like Beer Money and they'd want to acquire him.
Would that be good timing if they had like the Kings of Wrestling there, and then they still have Air Boom, Awesome Truth, and then they get those guys in the mix for like a tag team division?
And while we're fantasy booking, let's throw in Motor City Machine Guns. Just for shits and giggles.
Well, beyond the fact that either member of the Motor City Machine Guns could go on to the WWE with quite a bit of single success.
Yeah, there's that.
They can do some amazing stuff. So.
Sabin too, man.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Besides the King of Wrestling, let's bring in the Briscoe brothers and the Second City Saints.
The Briscoe brothers are so not WWE style that I feel like.
Yeah, they would just get fired. I mean, I love the Briscoes.
I kind of think that they'd get over there. Maybe not backstage, but.
Well, this with like their image and like what they are about wrestling, WWE wouldn't touch them or let them be their interesting self. They would have the interesting movesets, but they wouldn't be like themselves.
Hopefully, the idea would be that WWE would bring them in to like try for a contrast. But like you're right, like they're very resistant to trying that. But
just someone remind me, does Gunner get a word in edgewise from this promo?
No good.
Yeah, thank you.
Is that a bad thing?
Right. The promo basically ends with Beer Money basically promising that no matter what happens on October 16th, we'll share. If one of us is the world champion, we'll be in each other's corners, and no matter what, nothing will ever come between us or kill Beer Money, and yeah.
No matter what, let the games begin. No matter what.
And of course,
that's coming.
Storm does his catch. Sorry about your damn luck. I've always liked that phrase.
Yeah. So we get to commercial break and we come out, and I thought we were still in commercial because we're doing Eddie Alvarez highlights.
Who?
Exactly. He's the guy Angle was talking with earlier.
Who?
You keep doing that, and I will punch you through the portal.
I run the portal.
I can hijack the portal. I have the technology. Anyways, hey guys, it's the first time Eric Young's actually defended his television title.
Yay, this didn't last long, but once again, no complaints. It's against Robbie E. Like in the midst of the match, Eric Young pulls his pants down to reveal Robbie E.'s old neglected GTW tights with trunks, which, okay.
If Eric Young is, okay, wait, this is Eric Young we're talking about. If Eric Young is getting into other wrestlers' heads by basically going into their past wardrobes and getting bits and pieces of their old costumes, like we said, Robbie E.'s old GTW trunks.
Hogan's do-rag.
That could be, that could actually be very effective. I'm going to say something, though. This match was fucking hilarious. Not just because of Eric Young, but because of Earl Hebner.
I didn't notice, honestly. Like, what was the deal with him?
Robbie E. kept trying to cheat by using leverage. He did it once. Hebner drops down to get the count, looks up, and, oh, wait, dude, your foot is on the rope. Robbie E. does it again, and Hebner doesn't even drop down. He just crosses his arms, looks down at Robbie E. and goes, really? Really? You're really going to try that? Really? You know what? No, I'm not even dropping that.
It's sad that Earl Hebner is becoming one of the more entertaining people on the show.
Yeah, but
never say Hebner's entertaining.
Speaking of entertaining, though, another good aspect of this match was that pretty much all offense from Eric Young. You get a flying clothesline, you get this great elbow drop, and to top it all off, it's just a straight Texas pile driver. Something which is quite a rarity these days, especially since Eric Young is usually a jobber, so you won't see that.
Speaking of jobbers.
Wait, hold up. Do you think Eric Young's performance tonight, beating the shit out of Robbie E, he's sending a message to Scott Baio saying, I'm ready?
He already fucked over Scott Baio anyway. You missed it, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. They already had their match.
Yeah, they had a match on a golf course. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh. Fred Savage, you're next.
Yeah. After the match, Rob Terry comes down and beats the shit out of Young and then hits the last ride powerbomb.
Okay.
Rob Terry's still employed?
That was my thoughts. We go to commercial.
Wow.
Cut back, and RVD just walks into Jerry Lynn's locker room to confront Jerry Lynn.
You mean a locker room that looked like a total bathroom in a gas station?
It's like I like you, Jerry Lynn, but it's like you're totally the hope I don't overstay my welcome, herder.
No one cares about this. No one freaking cares.
Nobody cares about this. Nobody cares about Jerry Lynn screwing over RVD, costing him a slot in a much more, giving us a much more interesting setup for the Bound for Glory series, because we got to retread the always popular RVD versus Jerry Lynn feud.
You know, TNA doesn't even care about it because they're cutting this promo to further this plot line on the crapper.
Yeah, basically.
That pretty much says everything about the storyline that we need to know.
That's attributing more formal awareness to them.
Yeah.
I simply.
The best part of this promo was Jerry Lynn bitching at RVD, saying, "I had to go get a job at a warehouse. You know what it's like to swing pallets and boxes and barely scratching by."
No, but I wouldn't think it different from working at TNA.
That was funny.
And then RVD beats the shit out of Jerry Lynn.
Yeah.
Because he's the face. And that's what faces do.
Wait, is this an unimpressive heel turn?
No, it's not.
Oh.
So... We're
still
in the back because, wrestling matters, and we go to the women's locker room because later on we're going to have a knockouts tag team match with Velvet Sky and Mickie James. And apparently Mickie James carries around her dog.
Dachshund
around with her. This will lead up to something in a second. Because speaking of dogs, here comes Karen Angle.
Ah!
Oh!
It'll pretty much go like, Mickie James, I cooked a meal for you for goodwill.
Does she sparkle yet?
No, but hopefully they have a kennel from Hell match. And McFoley comes back for one day, and Kevin Kelly says, "Fuck ROH" for one day, and they get to commentate it. By sheer virtue of the planets aligning, those dogs fuck.
So we get to Karen basically comes in and says, "You guys live like this? No, this is a locker room. It's how it always looks, you dumbass."
Not to mention they're touring, so which by the way, I never got to mention how much their touring set is fucking much better than the Impact Zone.
Yeah, it is.
It looks.
Basically, she says, "Hey, winner is getting her rematch in 3 days at No Surrender." And, Velvet, you might want to lose a few pounds.
Lay out the cupcakes, she said.
Classy. Wow. That was a classy and well-executed way to just, put over your heel and, yeah.
So, next, we go to commercial, we come back, and it's Jeff Hardy is here. Oh my God, they promised him that he would be.
I know this is supposed to be serious and heartfelt, maybe this is the wrong time for me to, bring this up, but have you ever noticed that whenever someone, be it from WWE or, an indie star or whomever, whenever they debut in TNA, instead of them waiting for their entrance, they basically blow it off by having them seen like backstage.
Yeah.
So, like, it totally ruins the momentum. They did it with Mickie James. They did it with I forgot who.
Jeff Hardy. They did it with Anderson. They did it with Christian. They've done it with Angle. They've done it with fucking everyone because they have.
I remember them doing it with Christian.
Oh God! We got somebody famous from the WWE. Watch us!
We need your attention.
So we come out because next match is your TNA World Heavyweight Championship with your special enforcer Sting.
Yep.
Gee, I wonder what's going to happen. Surely this will be a straight-up wrestling contest between two great athletes. Someone else, please, just start talking about this. This pisses me off.
It's probably the best I've seen Ken Anderson wrestle in a long time, and that ain't saying much, but it was.
Well, look who he's in the ring with. I mean,
you're
every
right.
once in a while, Kurt can still do the things Kurt used to be able to do.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Kurt Anderson at one point used the Green Bay Plunge, which that was his finish at one point in the WWE, and now it's just some stupid transition move. But then again, look at the Angle Slam.
Yeah,
that's true. But I really can't say much.
Slam? No, the Orton hasn't been using the Orton Slam very much lately.
It's still his move, goddammit.
Hunakara used it, though.
Oh, he did, didn't he?
Yeah. So now
it's
Sin Slam.
Yeah. The Sin Slam. This match, back and forth, pretty good. The finish comes when Angle slaps Brian Hebner in the eye, and oh no, I can't see because I got slapped in the eye. Oh. Low blows Anderson, and then goes for the pin. Sting is like, fuck this. Pulls Brian Hebner out, and Brian Hebner's like, what the fuck did you do that for? And Sting's like, he low blowed him. He did? I didn't see it. He low blowed him. Angle's like, what are you doing, Stinger? What's going on? And Angle goes for a clothesline on Anderson and eats the mic check. And they go for the 1, the 2, here's Gunner and Immortal to beat down Sting and Anderson.
DQ
finish. And I do believe Abyss participated in this beatdown.
I thought he was starting to turn.
Okay. This is starting to piss me off now. It really is. Kurt Angle's entire fucking beef with Dixie Carter is that Dixie Carter knew about Karen and Jeff, but didn't come to him and tell him, so now he doesn't want Dixie Carter to ever have her company back. And now, Kurt Angle has aligned himself with Immortal. Who was the founding member of Immortal again? I can't remember. Oh yeah, Jeff Jarrett. So, essentially what he's doing is, in order to pay Dixie Carter back for the heinous crime of not getting involved in anybody's business and not telling them about Karen and Jeff, he has now aligned himself with Karen and Jeff.
Yep.
The very fucking same people he spent what?
Since.
How many months did they waste on that fucking feud?
I don't know, but I remember
since January. It's from January to July, I think.
Yeah,
2 months later, 2 fucking months later, Kurt's working with Immortal and Karen and Jeff.
Well, you could kind of count the feud still going on, seeing just like you explained the motive. So you could kind of consider, but you see Immortal beating down Sting and Anderson, Angle and Jeff Jarrett. Like, there's no storytelling. There's no there's no unease. There's no hesitation.
So we love each other now.
Yeah, we're fucking bros.
It doesn't make any sense. All I want is some fucking consistency. Is that so bad? Is that so bad that I just want people that hate each other to hate each other for more than 2 fucking seconds? Is that a bad thing? Am I a bad guy for that? Am I wrong?
Yes.
Oh. Stop asking purposely sensible questions.
Yes. I mean, we're just asking questions that, anybody with 1/10 of a neuron would ask. Okay?
Make any fucking sense.
I mean, we're asking what people who are declared legally brain dead would ask. So after the beatdown, we still have an hour to go. I started contemplating suicide by stuffing a dog down my throat. We cut back to the work.
You're going to put a whole dog down your throat? That's impressive.
Yes, I was going to do that to try to kill myself.
He has the gag reflex, so it'll go down further.
we go to we cut to the back with the Immortal locker room, and everybody's celebrating. Yeah, we finally put out Sting and Anderson. Except Bischoff isn't looking too happy. And eventually he goes, hey, you know what, guys? I gotta take this phone call. Please, just take it outside. And Bully Ray's like, yeah, we're taking this party outside.
Phone call,
woo! And he goes, and then he says to whoever he's talking to, now tell me again what you just said. This is important for in a little bit. Because now we have the Knockouts tag match. Where hardcore country and the girl with the pigeons in her pants taking on the vampire lesbian witch and her zombie lover.
I
still won't be happy until she starts fucking sparkling.
Her strikingly lucid zombie. Like, she actually dropped the acting like a zombie aspect of it.
Yeah,
I won't be happy. I won't be happy until 1, Winter sparkles, or 2, they bring in an Edward Cullen. They have to. They have to. How Vince Russo has missed out on the Twilight Boat, I don't know.
You know who could do the Cullen fucking character? Rob Echoes.
Yes.
You stick him on the Jersey Shore thing just because they're having a sleigh. Have him make his skin turn pale since he's not with Cookie anymore, and
oh, God,
I think we just found out a way to revive Robbie E's career.
Yeah.
I like to think of that meeting, too. It's like, Robbie, we know he had you spike up your hair purposely, grow it out longer so we can get it really high and have you get a tan, but,
no, but see, that's
we're gonna meet you. We need to make your skin pale again, and I'm sorry.
See, that's the thing about it. Like, his hair could stay because, like, Edward Cullen, from, like, the screenshots that I've seen, it looks like it kind of sticks up similarly.
A little bit. You're completely right. This match, I don't think I've seen a bad Mickey Winter match.
No, but I have seen a match, like, someone made a comment that was actually very valid. I didn't notice. I did the TNA episode last week, and I was saying, like, Mickey and Winter's match, I noticed that Winter didn't really get a lot of offense in, and someone else gave a different perspective. Basically, Mickey fucking didn't put Winter over any. She, not only no offense, but, like, she was basically no-selling, like, any kind of stuff that Winter was dishing out.
Yeah,
So,
I do remember that. But
seemed like the case. I wouldn't want to fucking think of Mickey James that way, but hey.
That would be fucking awful.
Another one bites the dust.
It really would be. Velvet.
I wouldn't want Mickey James.
Bless her damn heart. Bless her damn heart. She probably is the hardest working woman in the Knockouts locker room.
I mean, God forbid Tessmacher shows promise, and then now she's not using it. She's probably on Explosion, if anything.
Yeah, I haven't seen Miss Tessmacher.
Hey,
It goes back to the usual discussion. There's interesting and great. I know I'm not using interesting a lot today, but there are great workers in that division. Not great, but and if not great, there are good workers in the division. But when you give them shit to work with, it's going to be completely uninteresting. And aside that, you have Mickie James and Winter, who are two good workers. You don't even care if they put on good matches because the shit they have to like sell and like the story they have to further, it completely just like stomps out any just like it just stomps out any interest in that product or feud or whatever. So they can have a great match, but ugh.
Yes, Angelina, I love the winning. It was simply orgasmic to be TNA Knockout Champion after hardcore
Stop. Stop.
Yeah.
All right. One thing I will note is that, like, I didn't notice this before, but I noticed Velvet Sky does a pretty decent 360 head scissors, and I only noticed that because, like, every Monday I have to see a shitty version of it. So
she really got that move down. Remember when she did that to I think it was Max, but it was that tag match between like Robbie E and the Generation Me versus Motor City and Velvet. That was the best time I seen her do it, was when she had the head scissors on Jeremy Buck, I think it was.
She wasn't bad. She scissors. She locks legs. So like it's.
But then again, it was Jeremy Buck, and he's a damn decent guy. Finish comes with the faces hitting double drop kicks, and then Angelina rakes Velvet's eyes, and then is setting Mickie up for something, but she gets speared right out of her panties, which allows Winter to spit the mist into Mickey's face and get the pin.
Which it's like I would accept that as mist, except it's quite clearly blood in it. It just looks gross. Like I don't.
And
there's something about it that just looks unappealing.
And also jump on. Oh, sorry, you were done, Chris. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Just as like a gimmick, like it, like the way it's just like spread all over Mickey's. Like I don't even know. Like it just rubs me the wrong.
It looks bad. It does not look like the mist we're used to, which is the Great Muda's mist.
Yeah, but again, to jump off from that point, it's like having her spray blood, like as her character, it's fitting, but. It's just like we already have a girl out there who does the mist spitting a lot better than Mischief, so it's like I can't even look at this as Winter's unique thing when there's someone else who does it way better than her. And Iron Bite brought out the Great Muda. It's like if you're gonna do it, make it your own and do it good. And this was just like, ugh.
Yeah. So guys, it's time for my favorite non-talking segment of the night. It's an Austin Aries promo.
Yay!
Yes.
He's basically the injection of character that the X Division needs. And
yeah, he is the best thing they have going for him. And I'm just gonna say it's about this whole like plot line, anyway, the whole thing I'm gonna say about this plot line between Kendrick and Austin Aries, the best thing that they can be doing right now, the TNA is working towards, and I see it, is Austin Aries getting the X Division title. Granted, that title doesn't really mean anything anymore, but that's the best thing they have going for them is him getting that belt.
Probably gonna happen. Like if it didn't, they had a match last month at fucking what was that called? What was that pay-per-view? That's next month.
Hardcore Justice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hardcore. Right. Yeah. Right. He's probably gonna win this pay-per-view, and
I hope so. Austin Aries is one of. I hope so. Austin Aries is one of the best, most polished workers that is on today. I mean, really, if I was, again, fantasy booking, if I was in charge of that company, I'd be pushing him to the main event. But, again, we don't care about this story, but having Austin Aries and setting him up as a champion is the best thing that got going for them.
But, yeah.
As awesome as the Austin Aries promo itself was...
It was ruined.
It was not ruined. It was not my favorite part of this promo. That would be Brian Kendrick.
That ruined it.
I disagree. Actually,
jacket, shoes, and briefcase.
I kind of like. I like Brian Kendrick. Like I thought he put himself over very well. I thought his promo was coherent.
Yeah.
Until he started mixing religions. Like
yeah. All of a sudden, Brian Kendrick is, I guess, supposed to be Buddhist. I don't know if he actually in real life.
He's basically like he kind of is supposed to be a bit of just like he's like a granola. Like a granola bar, basically. He's a New Age guy. Because he talks about a God voice, but then he talks about, like, tenets of Buddhism, so he's really just full of shit.
And I have problems with that, too, because I love reading that stuff. I love practicing that stuff. And when you see a jerk-off like that on TV, just like, again, it's his gimmick, but it's like, stop cheapening the value of things I love, TNA. Stop it. Knock it off. Do not have him doing that.
You're asking too much.
That is true. The thing that really I loved about this promo is eventually Brian Kendrick, like I said, starts mixing and matching religions. He goes Buddha, he talks about God, he talks about Mother Earth, and he strips. He strips himself down. He talks about basically this is a materialistic possession, and that's all it is.
Yeah, that's a great way to describe your fucking evil. It's a material possession. Great way to put over the importance of the title. And match.
I do agree with that. Actually, that was like the one fucking huge kink in this whole thing. Like it was shit for him to do that. Not a good idea at all.
It really was.
He should be there.
Austin Aries goes, "Yeah, you just threw that belt on the ground. It's a material possession." And said, Kendrick, I get it.
You think that's a subtle fuck you to the X Division from the writers?
Probably. But basically, Eric says,
that's a fucking Russo thing.
Probably. It's probably a Russo thing. And Aries calls Kendrick a fake and a fraud. And Kendrick then says, Austin, you're lucky I'm a peace-loving man. And then he hits him.
Again, it was a more convincing punch than the last week when he jumped him. It was like, come on, Austin Aries. This one actually looked like a punch.
Probably one of the subtler cases of, like, why is this guy a face? Because, like I said, he's just full of shit.
Yeah.
That's all.
And Kendrick goes for sliced bread, but, Austin basically bails out of the ring. And Kendrick, after saying, the belt's just a materialistic possession, picks it up and holds it up.
Okay, when you establish a character being void of ego and material possessions, you want him just to gloat a material possession.
Yeah, that's
again, if you're gonna write a character to do stuff about New Age or whatever, make sure the writer and the guy you're setting this up for knows exactly what the hell they're talking about and doing.
No, but like just to say again, like to beat it home again, that is a fucking Russo trope. He likes saying like in his autobiographies and shit, he's like, I have to defend like all these decisions I've made with these fake titles and all these fake athletes and. Like who cares if I won that was good publicity that I won the fake title.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
But again,
I gotta say one more thing about this whole Brian Kendrick. Oh, go right ahead.
Well, went everywhere. It's still my favorite promo of the night.
Yeah.
The one thing I hope for, just seeing the sliced bread and how Austin Aries bailed out of the ring, I'm hoping there's going to be something in No Surrenders, and it might be impossible to do, but it's just my hope as a wrestling fan to wish impossible things. It's like if Brian Kendrick, towards the end of the match, tries to go for the sliced bread as a finisher, but Austin Aries somehow holds him in the air, suspends him, and then reverses into a brain buster.
No, that actually is going to happen. I think it's going to be that's over.
I hope that happens. That'd be fucking cool, and if there's one person I trust to do that, it's Austin Aries.
Possible. Right. Like that spot pretty much calls itself.
Yeah, it really does, but that's if they have Austin Aries going over. So we go to the back, where Hogan comes in so damn happy, he starts posing.
No.
Oh.
I'm going to go take some goofball pills. Talk about Hogan.
There are a bunch of different sites that you could read results on. One of which, like, I remember reading the Lords of Pain results, and they had a funny comment about this. Hulk Hogan comes into the office backstage carrying on like such a moron that he makes John Cena look like Dan Severn. My God, like
Dan Severn.
It like just reminds me, like every time I watch any Hulk Hogan promo with all this fucking network tension and this insane sting and this like crazy angle, like does Hulk Hogan ever turn off?
No,
like. He's so fucking, like, 80s. I don't even fuck. Well,
yeah.
It was like, I'm going to inherit that to my vocabulary, but goofball pills, really?
Yeah, real. So Hogan's basically happy that they finally took care of Sting and Anderson. They'll never have to deal with them again. You're retarded. Bischoff says, the network called. We poked the bear. The network made for No Surrender, and we're going to get into this in the card because I have a rant for that. It's a three-way for the belt at No Surrender with Sting, Anderson, and Angle. And Hogan flips his bandana. Flips his do-rag. He's like, they can't
do me, brother. This network must be stopped.
I'm going to go check this contract. I'm going to put this a stop to this whole thing. Oh, brother. Pikachu, I choose you. Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, you're using Pikachu? I'll bust up my John Morrison. Go!
Pikachu, come back. I choose you, R-Truth.
Alright, Morrison, tail whip.
Little Jimmy likes Pikachu.
This crazy thing. They're the fucking network. They own you. They can do whatever the fuck they want to your show. You really have no fucking say whatsoever. So going, I'm gonna check my contract, brother. No, you're gonna find nothing. And now? Hello?
Uh-huh.
Sorry. Yeah. Anyways, so we go to commercial and we come back to run down the No Surrender card. Guys, I have a question for y'all.
Uh-huh.
What's the question?
What was the reward? What was the reward for the No Surrender thing?
The Triforce of Wisdom piece?
No, they're not taking that from Cody.
Yeah,
Lifetime supply of Ritz crackers.
At No Surrender, for the Bound for Glory series, at No Surrender, they were going to get they were going to take the top four guys, the guys with the top 4 points, to have a fatal 4-way at No Surrender, and the winner of that would be your number 1 contender at Bound for Glory. Bound for Glory series match, Bully Ray versus James Storm. Bound for Glory series match, Robert Roode versus Gunner. No, it's supposed to be a fucking fatal 4-way! And now, an Iron Bite rants.
This is gonna be a while. No leaf, pass me the bacon. Strap in.
Why do I always have to give you the bacon? Can't you make your own? God damn it.
Just share. We're gonna have to experience this together.
Fine.
I am like No Leaf. I want a little consistency. I want a little continuity. I want a little, okay, when we say why, we actually mean why. Now, granted, the Bound for Glory series match has been fucking ridiculous. It's just been going from bouncing to, it started out well. Every match between these 12 guys counts for something. Okay, you'll get some points for it, and eventually, even on house shows, this can happen. Great, that's promoting your house shows. That means, anything can really happen. And there is a stated goal. We're going to take the top 4 guys. You're actually competing for 4 slots into the fatal 4-way No Surrender. Great, there's a goal. You have a stated main event. Why change it in the 11th hour? None of these 4 guys are hurt. These are the 4 guys you've been protecting the fucking most. It's the dumbest thing you've ever done with these 4 guys, but hey, what do I know? But to break up the fatal 4-way into two Bound for Glory series match, it just smacks of Russo not remembering what the fuck he's supposed to be doing. Or anybody.
To me, what it says is that we're not getting that there's going to be a number 1 contendership match at Bound for Glory. Either that, or they're going to do that thing where they have 2 matches in the same night. But I agree. I thought the entire point of this whole thing was to determine a number 1 contender for Bound for Glory, not to have a match to determine the number one contender at Bound for Glory.
Yes, it's supposed to be at Bound for Glory. The guy who won at No Surrender wins the fucking gets a fucking title shot. Not of this. Yeah.
Well, they had to interrupt for Hogan Sting or Sting Flair. I forgot what it was.
I don't know.
Oh, and by the way, apparently James Storm might be hurt again. So, that is...
Fuck!
Why?
Bully Ray's going over.
Ah!
Bully Ray, there's your new number one contender.
What, you think Robert Roode doesn't have a chance?
No.
Robert Roode should be No, this is TNA. The best people are going to get shit on, and
yeah.
Why couldn't Robert Roode be a champion? Why?
Here I am actually, guys. I'm going to run down the card for No Surrender.
No, we'll do that after the whole thing is over.
All right, we'll do that because next up is a special Four Corners tornado match between the four guys we've been bitching about. Yes, guys. They're having a Four Corners tornado match. You know what? Fuck it. The only reason they're having this Four Corners match is because, well, we couldn't do the Fatal 4. Well, you know what? Fuck it. Do the fucking end the fucking Bound for Glory series match in Impact if you're going to do this, because that would have been more interesting. The match.
Personally, I think they should just end it. This thing is getting a lot of people hurt.
Yeah, it really is.
It's a brawl for all over again.
Yeah. So the final four come out. Christy Hemme does the representing Immortal Gunner, and also representing Immortal Bully Ray, representing Beer Money Cowboy James Storm, and also you know what, honey? No, just stop. Just stop. You're doing a very awesome Lillian Garcia impression. I'll grant you that. Shut up. But you know what? Stop. Basically, it's Immortal versus Beer Money. That's what this match really was. It was Beer Money versus Immortal, and that's really what we thought it was going to be. Interesting point. Gunner goes for the pin. Bully Ray peels him off and goes, "I'm supposed to win."
Tensions are mounting once more.
Wait, wasn't there a period of time where Gunner was sort of being teased as the guy who would turn away from them and be pushed? Like, I feel like there was like a week or two where they kind of teased Gunner with turning face.
Yeah, right.
Shades of Grey. Shades of Grey.
Oh, and by the way, Gunner wins.
Yeah. Gunner, okay. Bully Ray picks off Beer Money with what looked to be like a rock bottom, only he didn't jump down, and then the bully bomb, and then Gunner runs in with a wild knee. John Morrison's wild knee, everybody.
Oh, I forgot to return Morrison to my Pokeball. Return!
Yeah, Gunner, it was just wild. It was an okay match. It was ruined by the fact that you could hear Bully Ray shouting instructions, because Bully Ray still hasn't learned that, these cameras have microphones. Just FYI.
You lie.
Next, talking pictures.
Hey, up next, speaking of talking, here's Jeff Hardy.
Oh. Why is this show littered with people I don't want to see?
To be fair, the promo he cuts, it seemed at least a little bit genuine, so I'm willing to give him that.
Yeah, it was. It was very genuine. It was a very genuine, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's like you can give it the satisfaction of him, you can give him the satisfaction of getting, not satisfaction, you give him the benefit of the doubt and saying he was genuine, but to me, it's like when you say it, when he says that in a TNA ring, it doesn't mean anything, because TNA was like, when Victory Road happened, they avoided They first avoided admitting what happened, just said, Hardy failed. That's all you need to know. Hardy failed. And then they went from ignoring it to promoting the DVD, and then now they're going to try to turn this tragedy into like a heartfelt story where Jeff Hardy, for probably some miraculous reason, in the free TV is going to win the belt again. So it's like, I could get it's genuine, but in TNA, it doesn't mean anything. And also,
damn, you have a point. Like, I really can't argue a lot with that. Like, I want to believe that, like, well, first of all, Jeff Hardy, like, in case anyone doesn't know, I'm sure everyone else does, his sentence, like, case closed, sentence 10 days in prison.
Which, fuck you, because if I did that
he'll get like 3 days with good behavior.
If I would do, and I'm not trying to pull the regular citizens thing, but if I pulled that shit, the exact same thing, word for word, the exact crime he did, my ass would have been in Otisville just getting pounded. And I don't even go on the East Coast.
The full sentence was 10 days in jail. He'll probably have time served. 10 days in jail, 30 months probation, $100,000 fine.
And again,
part of his probation is he has to stay in drug rehab.
And again, I can't.
Good.
Another thing that's like that makes me think Hardy's word is suspect. This guy, while he was getting better, like in the process of when he was last seen on TNA till now, in that process when he was supposed to be getting better, he shows up on a video with his idiot brother tasering him and his hot girlfriend. So it's like, yeah, that's the guy who really recovered. It's like, I want Jeff Hardy to get better. I want him to improve and have a good
life. I want him to get better and go to the fucking WWE.
We all want that, but I can't trust him. His word is suspect. Granted, I didn't care about the Victory Road match, but just to show up and like fuck over your fans in like that spectacular of a way, it's like, I believe in second chances, but it's like, god damn, dude.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, Jeff Hardy basically says, the crowd starts a one more shot chant, and he says, all I can do is ask. Yeah, like they're not gonna like they haven't already figured out how they're gonna get you into the main title picture and possibly back into Immortal. Come on.
I don't know what, like, kayfabe or not, like, I think it would be in bad taste to make him turn heel. I think it would be kind of
pretty much.
Like, it's not a good thing to joke around about these fucking controversies. Or fuck, it's not controversial.
It's just controversy. I really am. I'm getting tired of the controversy with TNA.
I'm tired of it too. I would rather just. Okay, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt you, Iron Bike? And you can finish. I'm sorry.
No, I was ending my sentence. I just want
to. I'm sick of the controversies too, and I don't want to actually. All I just want is to see people in wrestling. I just want to see TNA wrestling. That's nothing more I want in my. Yeah, I make fun of the controversy. Yeah, I have a good time with it sometimes, but I don't give a shit about the controversy. I just have to talk about it because it happens. I would much rather watch a great Impact show and have it be like that. That's in my best interest as a wrestling fan, but it's why would I want to talk about the controversy? But then you have a company that just not only it's like I can't feel sorry for them for having controversies or making fun of them because they set themselves up for it, and it's like it could have been easily preventable on their part.
Yeah, I mean, if they had just not let Jeff Hardy, I mean, people would have been pissed because it was supposed to be the main event, but if everyone would have known that Jeff Hardy was. Everyone would have heard about what the problem was.
Yeah, everyone would have heard. We would have made fun of it, but at least it wasn't him going to the ring and just saying, "Oh, fuck your main event, fuck you fans, and forget anyone who actually cared about this." I mean, we can criticize them for being fucked up in the backstage and say that's bad, but at least we can just be like, "Well, TNA at least put something else on there."
In case, I hate to remind everybody what prompted this whole Jeff Hardy not being on TV for what felt like years. Jeff Hardy.
Everyone should know.
Yeah, but we don't really no need to remind everyone.
Yeah, I mean, we did a whole entire fucking show on that.
Yeah, that's
true.
Three fucking shows.
Unedited, uncensored, you can watch it there.
So, shall we run down the No Surrender card before we get to what gets more screen time than Jay Lethal?
Yep, as tradition stands, we're doing this by Wikipedia's tentative listing, or whoever tentatively put there.
Oh, and I have to review the show anyway, so good, remind me of the card I don't care about.
Oh, yes, so do I. I'll see it then.
All right, well...
I'll see you there, too, buddy.
I'm just going to go from the bottom up on the list I'm reading here. TNA Knockouts Championship, Mickie James versus Winter.
I should care about it, but all interest is gone, but it can be a good match. But again, I should care about it.
I really hope that, like, it's not, like I said, I was talking about before, like, Mickie James doesn't want to put over Katie Lee. Like, I want to see a good match between these two, and I know they can deliver it. I want to see Winter do more than a Northern Lights suplex. I don't want to see her go over, because that would fucking be too many title changes, but...
Within a month period.
But, hope it's good. Like, I usually expect good things. I've been proven wrong between the
I just have to harp on the thing, like, I should care about this match, and if it was another company, and you told me that Katie Lee was taking on Mickie James, I'd be like, oh, that's gonna be interesting, I'm gonna stay in my seat and watch this, but it's TNA, so even, again, TNA, you can get excited for something, but they'll find a way to fuck it up, so why bother? Next match, Iron Bite.
Yeah, you really gotta guard that enthusiasm.
I haven't heard No Leaf's thoughts on this.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead, No Leaf.
I'm not even paying attention. I'm watching something else.
Oh, good. My thoughts on this match is, like Magpie and Christopher said, I should get excited for this match. I should be raring to go and going, man, they're gonna blow the fucking roof off. But I'm not, because the storyline leading into this makes no sense. The fact that they've decided that Winter is some sort of lesbian vampire witch.
She doesn't sparkle, though. I'm still disappointed.
Who doesn't sparkle, who's fixated on Angelina Love, who looks like a pirate, who's a zombie pirate whore.
But who isn't Paul Burchill?
Yes, who isn't Paul Burchill. Just, I cannot get excited for this match. And that's a shame, because I should, because it's two hot women going after each other. Shut up, Mickie James is still hot to me.
Yeah, Mickie James is still hot to me, too.
I've seen her naked and putting a stiletto up some guy's butt.
And he didn't look at the pictures either. He saw that himself with his own eyes. How's that restraining order working out for you, by the way?
Well, I found a new camera. It zooms in pretty damn good.
Oh, God damn it.
Shot from 1,000 feet.
We're going to have to pay for your legal bills again. I really cannot afford this right now.
Yeah. Next match, number one contendership for the TNA X Division Championship. Kid Cash versus Jesse Sorensen.
Okay.
Yeah, that should be a good match. I can't fault these two. I mean, Kid Cash, when Kid Cash was announced as, like, he's returning to the X Division, I'm like, again, I would rather see new talent, but watching Kid Cash in the ring, he can still kind of go and put people over.
Yeah.
So it's okay. I mean, this should be a good match, and if Jesse goes over, that's going to propel him up. I
feel like his psychology in Kid Cash now is just mostly, like, if he's a heel, then he's a fucking rude Southerner, kind of like in a Jeff Jarrett way, like he'll have some, like, his opponent down, and he'll slap him in the head going, come on, boy, come on! Like, that's Kid Cash to me. Still a good wrestler, like, that can't be denied. And Jesse Sorensen, again, like, I like that, like, he's basically playing, like, the plucky young, blue chipper face pretty well. Like, I like the whole excited to be here kind of mentality. He's decent at that.
And to have someone excited to be in TNA, it's like, okay, cool, man. I'm glad you're happy to be here. Someone has to be.
You won't be happy in a couple months, but, you know.
Well, let's let him enjoy the time before that enthusiasm is killed out of him.
Yeah. No, if you got thoughts on this match, or, you know.
Not really.
That's okay, man. My thoughts are like everyone, it's probably the consensus. It's gonna be Kid Cash, decent X Division style wrestler, Jesse Sorensen, new blue chipper, and the fact that, if I remember correctly, didn't these two, during the X Division Gauntlet match, to determine Alex Shelley being the number one contender for all of 2 seconds, have a little, like, mini feud within that match?
Oh no, they were involved in a tag team match. I believe Sorensen and Kendrick versus Cash and Aries, or
yes, that was it. Okay, so So we do have a feud going on between these two. Great. So that's going to be good.
Shelly.
That's good. TNA Tag Team Championship. Mexican America versus the Pope, D'Angelo, De Niro, and Devon.
I'm worried.
Swerve.
Who cares?
Yeah, I'm just gonna skip this.
I smell a giant swerve.
Wait just a fucking second. How can either fucking member of the tag team swerve? Well, if they lose, they're gonna lose. Forget about it. Belts are gonna stay on Mexican America. Like in terms of like in ring, this match is gonna be fucking average.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're banking on average.
That's the high hope. That's the high hope. Speaking of average,
that's the furthest the bar goes. Average.
Fine. It'll be fucking plotty. It'll be muddy. Like it'll definitely start to get slow. And
we'll speed it up with the next match. The TNA X Division Championship. Brian Kendrick versus Austin Aries.
Good shit.
It will be.
I don't trust Kendrick anymore to put on a match like he used to. I've made no secret about that. But it should be good. And then, again, Austin Aries is probably going to go over in this match. So I can't see any bad out of it.
We're talking about.
But if they can do... Even though logically thinking this, it would be hard to do. If they could do that sliced bread brainbuster reversal, I'll be fucking happy.
I will be too. I'm not going to even say what the next two matches are because I've already said
No. You have to say what the matches are.
All right, Bound for Glory Series match: Robert Roode versus Gunner. Bound for Glory Series match: Bully Ray versus James Storm. And there's rumors going around, and James Storm is saying his shoulder is hurt.
Okay, Bully Ray wins. Bobby Roode wins.
Well, I'm saying Bully Ray wins and Gunner wins.
I highly disagree.
I'm going with No Leaf.
I think they're basically trying to. They're red herring the whole thing with Gunner winning the Fatal 4-Way on Thursday.
No, I really think that they're gonna have Bully Ray and Gunner fight, and they're gonna turn Gunner fucking face, or try and turn him face, or some fucking bullshit, and I don't know. It's not gonna be fun.
Well, maybe they think he's the next Ric Flair because you throw a pitcher of beer at him and he starts bleeding.
Magpie, you got winners or thoughts or something?
Well, I like to think the Master was one of my favorite villains in Doctor Who, but I really enjoyed the Silence. I thought they were great. And as far as companions go, I like the new companion, Amy Pond. She's great. Can
someone punch Magpie through the portal?
No. I agree with him. Fuck you.
Okay.
Thank you, No
Final
Leaf.
match of the night. Triple threat, TNA Championship.
No. You glossed over one. Matt Morgan versus Samoa Joe.
Well, that's because it's the only one without a preference. Yeah, Samoa Joe versus Matt Morgan. By the way, we did gloss over this during the recap. Samoa Joe, before the Four Corners Tornado match started, Samoa Joe came down to beat up the four people in the ring, and Matt Morgan basically came out and, beat the ever-living shit out of Samoa Joe. You know what I'm saying to this? I'm saying that this match just doesn't make any sense.
So,
I'm going Matt Morgan just because Joe can't win anything right now except an eating contest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with my fact about picking Amy Pond as my favorite companion. What do you think, No Leaf? So far.
Who was the one that wasn't Donna and
Martha.
No. Yeah, I like Donna.
Donna was awesome.
You know what? Actually, I'm actually going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going old school on your asses, and I'm going to say the Ace from the Sylvester McCoy series. She's my favorite companion.
Man, why do you have to go all the way back there?
Because Sylvester McCoy is my favorite Doctor.
Whatever.
Can we just talk about the main event and also how much I hate the poster?
Yeah, I know. I'm not into that poster either because
Scott Steiner, not appearing. AJ Styles, build, not appearing. RVD, build, not appearing. Crimson, guess what?
Build, not appearing. Who else is on here that's build, not appearing?
Probably AJ Styles, easily the most egregious fucking example.
What do you mean? You don't want to see? I don't want to see AJ Styles in a pay-per-view. Heaven forbid the match is interesting, has psychology and competence.
Yeah, heaven forbid they move that Daniels and AJ match where he slipped on the ropes and Daniels finally got his win to no surrender.
So final match, TNA Championship match, triple threat, Kurt Angle versus Sting versus Anderson. Whoever wins, we lose.
Didn't we already see that match?
Yes, we've seen this match a billion fucking times.
I swear we already reviewed it. No, we reviewed it. I swear to God, didn't we?
Reviewed what?
This particular match. This happened before. We talked about it. In fact, you were here, and Chris was here, and Iron Bite was here. Oh God, I've seen this happen before.
To be honest, it's quite possible that we. I don't know. I don't know. I don't care anymore.
Wait, let me look at the schedule real quick. Oh, you don't have to care.
Yes.
Just a show featuring Canadians.
I get to watch football in peace without having to worry about this crap.
Everyone, TNA No Surrender 2011, the Dark Match episode featuring Canadians and stoners.
Really? We're bringing back Matt the Paranoid Cat?
No, it's Revolver Man and Digifox.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's...
You know what? I'm going to say this TNA Championship triple threat match, just to get my thoughts out of it while it was called by my cable company. I don't care.
Nope.
I don't care about this match. This match does not interest me. Sting is a broken down, insane wreck of a person. Anderson is the biggest douchebag in professional wrestling, not named Johnny Ace. And
Hardy.
Kurt Angle is so far out of his fucking mind and characterization that I can't even tell if he's coming or going.
Yeah, honestly, I say the greatest charisma he's shown is during that Auto Direct commercial.
Yeah.
That's shades of classic Angle.
Yeah, it really is. So let's end the show traditionally with what gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
The Saints and Packers game got considerably more screen time at my house.
Than Jay Lethal or TNA.
Yeah, really.
A really sick-looking Texas pile driver got more screen time than Jay Lethal.
It was nice.
Yeah.
An audience cheering that wasn't there got more screen time than.
We already used that one.
All right.
And
when did that rule get established?
Just now.
God damn it.
Need to be here for the pre-show meeting.
Okay, well, fine. Damn, I don't have anything.
All right, I'll go, and then if you can think of something before we end the show. Mickey James's dog gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Jeff Jarrett's dog got more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Oh God! Really?
Man, that was very dark and misogynistic, but
Duos is gonna kick you so hard.
Actually, she hates.
No, she hates Karen. Never mind.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Why am I getting hate? We don't like Karen Jarrett either.
Yeah, that's true. So, on that note, that was the dark match for TNA Impact.
Wait. I thought that was a Jack Russell Terrier, not Karen Jarrett. Really?
You know, Jack Rustlers are the sweetest, most affectionate dogs I've met.
Yeah, how dare
Karen Jarrett? That's an insult to Jack Russell Terriers. You fucking take that back.
Yeah, how dare you compare Wishbone unfavorably to Karen Jarrett?
How dare you Frazier unfavorably to Karen Jarrett?
Okay, I apologize on behalf of all Jack Russell Terriers. I sort of thought of a better analogy, but I couldn't. But you have to understand, my castmates and everybody watching the dark match, that I have a passion that I do not like Karen Jarrett, and I had to insult her and act on that. So I'm just asking you guys for just one more chance to let me redeem myself.
One more shot. One more shot. One more shot.
I am No Leaf Clover.
I'm Christopher Says.
I am the Magpie, and I'm going to go listen to some David Bowie.
I am Iron Bite. Join us next time. same Iron Channel. Oh wait, that was my sign off for Live Journal. Good night, everybody, and good luck. You're gonna need it on Sunday.
People still Live Journal?
Yes, I had a Live Journal. You know, play the damn music. Da-da-da-da.
No. I didn't know people still use Live Journal.
I used to use Live Journal. Do you know the last time are we really discussing my Live Journal process after the show has officially ended?
Yes.
Someone cut to the credits.
Yeah, please, let's cut to the credits. Good night, everybody.